Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Daniel Hood Roofing. The next time a storm rolls through your neighborhood, call Daniel Hood Roofing. They've worked with homeowners associations all over the Knoxville area. If your roof had damage, more than likely your neighbor's roof had damage. If your neighbor's roof had damage, more likely your roof had damage. Let Daniel Hood Roofing protect your home and your entire neighborhood. That's what they do. DanielHoodRoofing.com. No one's going to put a better roof on your home than our friend VFL, Daniel Hood. All right, back with Mark Pankratz, Isaiah Victor right there. It's going to be a quickie segment. Let's go ahead and put up the information on this week's opponents as compared to Tennessee over on the right. You see their offense and defensive efficiency, their NCAA net ranking, et cetera, et cetera. Mark, we'll start with you. Tennessee opens with South Carolina at home on Tuesday. Then they got Kentucky on Saturday. What should Vol fans expect this week?
Big game with South Carolina at home. One you got to win. Stevenson, their best player or highest scorer, transferred from Washington. Not shot it well from three. South Carolina doesn't rely as much on three. They're going to spread you out. Interior don't have a guy that they can throw it down to, but they're scrappy. One of the best rebounding teams, not only in the SEC but in the country. And then, transferring over to Kentucky, and Isaiah knows better than anybody about what it's like to play in Rupp. I mean, they've got a guy in Toshiba. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but you don't have to pronounce the name right. Just the way that he rebounds. He broke Shaq's record for Rupp's Arena, most rebounds at 28. Had 17 rebounds, 29 points last night. Kentucky is not going to beat you from three, but inside, best field goal percentage shooting team in the league. They run at you downhill. They're defending. Calipari's turned a pretty good defensive team. Kentucky's going to be a tough one, but it starts with that interior.
I don't know, and I was trying to think of this. You may have named the name, but who's the last guy to dominate the SEC as a rebounder like this? I mean, I think you are having to go back 30 years to the Shaqs of the world. The guy that does it so consistently, he rebounds like a team. I mean, it's really remarkable. I can't think of anybody. Is there anybody I'm forgetting that stands out to you that was this dominant?
No, I'd have to
get out their guidebooks. Okay, need guides. Right. Isaiah, let me ask you. Fans always gear up for the Kentucky game. Rick Barnes 8-6 against John Calipari. He's won 3 games at Rupp Arena. You can make a real good case that no one in Tennessee history has gotten more out of Kentucky games than Rick Barnes has. So we started out talking about Will Wade and Bruce Pearl. Well, he does good stuff against Kentucky. Fans love that game. I grew up on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. You grew up kind of there in the Kentucky-Tennessee border area. How big is this game inside the program? Is this more of fans make it out to be a big deal and players just play the next team? Or is there a little something inside that locker room when you're facing Kentucky, when you're going to Rupp Arena?
There's definitely something inside the locker room. It especially was when I was there, just like you said, from Kentucky, 15 minutes from Tennessee line, where I grew up at. So it was a rivalry. It wasn't a huge rivalry when I first got here because we hadn't beat them in a while. But then we started winning some games, and then they got all the championships, man. They got, 8 national championships. So Rupp Arena, I mean, they had crazy win streaks there. It's not going to be the game. You're going to get the ticky-tack fouls to go your way. You're not going to get the 50-50 calls. So just get ready for that. And but they always keep a very talented team, good coach, great recruiter, and he's got the players there. They seem to be gelling a little faster this year than he does sometimes, like particularly last year. So it's going to be a tough game, and they're big. We're going to have to rebound and fight. It's going to be a really tough game to win.
Very good. Isaiah Victor, Mark Pankratz, thanks as always. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week right back here on the show. When we come back, let's talk about, we got college football's postseason to discuss. We got Tennessee recruiting and transfer news to discuss. We got a lot more. Come on back on the Sports Source.